end zone touchdown.
Throw down to second in time.
It's the last 2 possessions. What a pass. What a pass.
Nixon, the runner comes home, they got her.
Welcome to this week's Big 12 Report, presented, as always, by Dr. Pepper. I'm Wendell Barnhouse, Big12Sports.com correspondent, and he is my co-host, Carter Babb.
That I am. Conference action is underway in Big 12 soccer, and Oklahoma is one of 3 teams that has a first-year coach. We, and when I say we, I mean Wendell, got a chance to catch up with Sooners' new coach, Matt Potter, about his outlook on the season and how he's trying to get the Sooners to the top of the Big 12 this year.
In 15 seasons, the Oklahoma women's soccer team has had just 2 winning seasons in Big 12 play. After turning Washington State into one of the top programs in the Pac-12 Conference, Matt Potter looked on the chance to take over Oklahoma's soccer program as a challenge that he was willing to accept and a can't-miss opportunity.
Once we had a chance to look at the facilities, the resources for student athletes, it's a very easy decision. The town's been fantastic since we've got here. So, when all said and done, it was a great fit for my family, a great fit for me professionally. And it allows me to try and see if, we can actually be any good at what we're doing. In terms of the things that are in our control off of the field, then obviously, the University of Oklahoma is a esteemed institution in its own right. And so, we have all those pieces in place. The people behind the scenes have been tremendous and are really good at their job. So that is already in place. Our job is to put a product on the field that allows us to match that. Those are the things that student athletes are looking for in their student athlete experience. So it gives us all the tools to hopefully progress and make a change and try and put this program on the map.
Oklahoma's Bedlam rival Oklahoma State has won the last 3 Big 12 championships and has been regular season champs twice in the last 4 years.
Any rivalry game is a big deal, and you obviously, it's a friendly rivalry off of the field until you get on the field, and obviously you want to imprint yourself on the opposition. So it's a healthy relationship. One we continue to hope to build on, and hopefully, we can do our part towards Bedlam.
Potter believes that the competition in the Big 12 will help him build Oklahoma into a winner, and that the Big 12 is one of the nation's top soccer conferences that is poised to finally break through and have a team reach the College Cup, the sport's Final Four.
Well, it's competitive. It's just like the Pac-12. It's a competitive conference. Has great teams both individually and collectively in terms of their personnel. The coaching is outstanding. And we've had the opportunity to play some Big 12 teams in the past at Washington State. So, coming here, we know exactly what we're getting into. Big 12 is an elite conference in, many sports, including women's soccer. So the fact that there hasn't been a team get there yet, it's only a matter of time. The work that's going on in the conference, they work hard. Recruiting is everything. And so it's only a matter of time. But you've got a great collection of coaches. You've got great resources. So I don't see why it can't happen in the near future.
Now, the Sooners gave an indication of what they and their coach are trying to do this year when they upset Oklahoma State in Norman earlier this month. Oklahoma will take on Texas Tech on Friday and then visit Oklahoma State on Sunday. The conference play is also heating up in football this weekend with 3 Big 12 games on the slate for this Saturday. Wendell, why don't you break it down for us on the games this weekend?
I'm going to start breaking it down by talking about a game in West Virginia with Baylor visiting. I don't know if they have exploding scoreboards in Morgantown, but there's a good chance we'll find out in this game. Number 24 Baylor is averaging 51 points a game and allowing 30, while number 7 West Virginia is scoring an average of 47 a game and allowing 22 a game. Bears quarterback Nick Florence leads the Big 12 in total offense, and West Virginia quarterback Geno Smith leads the conference in passing with 357 yards per game. Now, both quarterbacks have several game-breaking receivers to target. This one should be a lot of fun. Now, Oklahoma State is the defending Big 12 champ and has the best record in the conference since 2009. Now, 2 of the Cowboys' Big 12 wins the last 2 seasons have come against Texas in Austin. Now, this Saturday night, number 22 Oklahoma State is at home, and they will be playing the Longhorns, but they're unsure about their quarterback. It'll either be freshman Wes Lunt or redshirt freshman J.W. Walsh getting the start. The Longhorns are ranked number 10 and have been impressive on offense during a 3-0 start, but UT's defense has just been okay, not great. Now, in the win at Ole Miss, Texas had 11 missed tackles according to the coaching staff, and that accounted for over 120 yards of offense for the Rebels. Now, there's a lot of attention on those two Big 12 games I just mentioned. The Texas Tech-Iowa State game is a little bit under the radar. Both teams come into the game with 3-0 records and will be seeking a 1-0 start in Big 12 play. The Red Raiders lead the nation in total defense, and they're number 2 in total offense. Now, the Cyclones have scored a total of 93 points in 2 victories over Texas Tech the last 2 seasons. Now, the Red Raiders have opened conference play on the road 6 of the last 7 seasons. Now, here's a look at the complete schedule for Saturday. The lone non-conference game has TCU making the trip across the Metroplex to take on SMU. That's a rivalry game with the iron skillet at stake, and it gives us a chance to break out our first prop of the season on the Big 12 Report. I don't think it's an iron skillet, but it's a skillet nonetheless.
That's exactly right. Well, maybe we're jumping from the frying pan into the fire or vice versa. But why don't you give us a little idea, what did you cook up for us this week, Wendell, for some shout-outs, some world-famous shout-outs, no less?
Yeah, I don't have the burner turned on yet, but we'll go ahead and get into the shout-outs. In volleyball, number 9 Texas kept its winning streak against Baylor alive with a 3-set sweep in Waco. Match was televised on ESPN Tuesday night. The Longhorns have defeated the Bears 21 straight times, and they remain on top of the Big 12 standings with a 3-0 record. Baylor gets another shot at a ranked team when number 15 Kansas State visits on Saturday. And in soccer, Texas and West Virginia are tied at the top of the Big 12 standings. Each have 2-0 records. The Longhorns were 3-6-1 in non-conference play against a tough schedule, and they're 2-0 in conference play for the first time since 2006. UT has defeated Iowa State 4-0 and Oklahoma 1-0. It's the first time the Horns have blanked Big 12 foes in consecutive games since 2002. West Virginia chalked up its second victory over a top 10 team when it upset Oklahoma State last Sunday in Morgantown. The Mountaineers knocked off top-ranked Stanford in late August. Now, Kansas has moved into the top 25. They're ranked number 23, and the Jayhawks will play at Baylor Friday and then will be at TCU on Sunday. Last shout out, a couple of noteworthy appointments that shows the quality of leadership in the Big 12. Iowa State Athletic Director Jamie Pollard will serve as president of the 1A Athletic Directors Association for the next year. Big 12 Commissioner Bob Bowlesby, Texas's DeLoss Dodd, and Oklahoma's Joe Castiglione are past presidents of the organization. And TCU baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle has been named manager of the 2013 Collegiate National Team. He's the 5th Big 12 coach to be put in charge of Team USA.
That's a big honor. Well, that's going to do it for this week's Big 12 Report. As always, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Big 12 Conference for all the latest news, notes, and scores from around the league. And check out our website at big12sports.com. We'll see you next week.
Like it. Do we know what we're doing?
Negative.
Welcome to this week's Big 12 Puberty Just Set In.
Oklahoma State in Norman earlier this month. And then what am I going to say? With a visit to Oklahoma State.
That's the way to do it.
Why is this so hard today?
It is a skillet though.
It's my fault, is basically what he's saying.
No, because you screwed up, okay? It's bad writing. Yeah.
I was born ready.
I don't know if they have exporting. We're done now, okay?
Yeah. You want to do it again?